Mr. McKinzie, what were your top choices out of college? I mean, out of high school. I know for a small amount of time, you were committed to the bad guys.
You know, sometimes I forget about it.
You were committed to the bad guys.
Sometimes I forget about it.
You should. Sure.
He even changed the hair up a little bit.
Man, that was a different case. It was a different case. But it matched. It went. Hey, I'm going to be honest. It flowed, baby. It flowed. Let me just tell you. But, man, I didn't really I was never that type of guy. I wasn't really big into the recruiting. To be honest with you, I hated it. I hated the attention. I like to be by myself. Like, I hate attention. I just do. Yeah. But, man, I wanted to go somewhere within driving distance of home. I didn't want to have to get on an airplane and never go home. There's just always a rough patch if you're ever having a hard time.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had hard times. I never drove home. But I would say Texas was one. I liked A&M, but I was just never really into it. I took a visit. I wasn't really into it. And obviously Oklahoma. I was committed here for 2.5 years. And then Tech. I wanted to be a homeboy so bad. Like, so bad.
The Under Armour? You was finna rock the Under Armour?
Man, back in the day when Pat Mahomes was in that day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Pat Mahomes was there,
you didn't care what jersey you was rocking. You know what I'm saying? But it just they never got over that rough patch of grass when I was there. I thought my senior year, for the longest time, this is honestly God's truth, I thought when it was coming time for me to graduate that they were gonna be good, and I was just gonna go to Tech. I wasn't gonna tell anybody. But that never happened. And I like to win.
He said, I like to win.
And so, you know, once Link left, I was in a rough time. I was not going to wait to see who Oklahoma hired. Like, I was like, it's too short of a time. Like, you know, we was hear all these things. Yeah. And so,
what's up, Red Dirt fam? We have some very exciting news for y'all. February 17th, Red Dirt Media will be hosting a special event at Noun Hotel. It will be me and Nick, accompanied by 10 or so of our teammates.
There's going to be dinner, drinks, player interactions, interviews. It's going to start at 6 p.m. and all the tickets are limited, so make sure you go check it out.
Boomer.
Funny story is I committed there, and Gundy called me. And he was like, you see who we just hired? And I was like, nah, I've been paying attention to y'all. You know, like I'm already committed to go somewhere. And he was like, yeah. Don't say that name. You know?
All right.
But I was like, yeah, I was committed to go somewhere. You know, I haven't really been paying attention. He's like, well, he's here. He wants to talk to you. And it was Brent Venables. Let me just tell you, I was like, you know, cool. Like I was so out of it. I was in my own way probably. And I was like, okay, like I cool. You know, he hadn't recruited me at all. Never even talked to the guy. You know, there's no reason for me to come play for him. And he was like, well, I'm going to see Gentry tonight, and then I'll be out in Lubbock Tuesday to see you. He came, and that's the end of the story. Never looked back.
Flipped right there?
Right there.
I wonder what was said.
A lot.
The world will never know.
The world will never know.
Six people. Glad to have you, though. Glad to have you. Yeah. Because you were one of the first commits in our class.
Yeah.
Like to Oklahoma.
2.5 years, yeah.
Dang, it was that long?
That long.
So you committed what, sophomore?
Sophomore year. Beginning of mid-sophomore year-ish. I came up for a couple games.
Dang,
Coach Odom, who was a linebacker coach at the time, he was like, I don't want you to jump ship yet. He was like, I want you to come up and see us play a bunch. So that was 2019, 2020 year. And it was Kenneth Murray's junior year. And I'm seeing this dude. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get a taste of this. And he just would tell me a bunch of stories about how he was working with Kenneth and what Kenneth like just the stuff that he would do with him. Like they'd wake up at 6 a.m. and watch tape together, and he'd ask him like, what do I got to do to get in the league? And that sold me right there, honestly.